In this, my seventh pearl of wisdom during this COVID-19 lockdown, I invite you to pay attention to all the various actions around you as expressed by others as well as yourself. This pandemic crisis has shown us what many of us are made of. Some of us are made up of fear, while others are blessed with faith. Several of us show ourselves up as having a strong gravitational pull towards material possessions and money, while too few have shown us their faith is as strong and powerful as the tree the mustard seed germinated into. We have heard the argument about the economy as a major concern by so many who seem to forget the old proverb that a man's health is his wealth, which should have pointed us in the direction to finally understand that there can be no economy without people, and therefore the health and well-being of people must come first at all times and any time. The which comes first, the chicken or the egg question, never applies to the order people fall into when it comes to the economy. Economies are for people, and it is never the other way around. This pandemic ought to have taught us how much we are not in charge of anything. Just look at how powerless it has rendered us for the most part. Our activities have ground to a halt, and our national economy with it. People's reaction to the necessary actions taken by our authorities are mixed and varied, with the many challenged among us not inclined to take it seriously, while the materially obsessed annoyed by the government's decision to order a lockdown, and while the otherwise educated and sensible, whose actions in the normal course of their lives reflect faith, have absolutely no problem with obedience in the midst of the serious threat this poses on life. Having said all of this period has brought out the worst in so many, while it evoked so much good in others. One huge retail conglomerate, through its CEO, held the torch proudly and led the way for all its employees at its supermarkets, making sure customers who were lined up for unusually long periods received Lucozade. Wow, that humane touch is being spoken of by so many of its recipients that I am sure Foodland's customer base will increase after this. Regular customers were wowed, while first-time customers were amazed by the gesture. The same cannot be said for another, which can boast of the longest queue during this period of panic. Many of their card-bearing customers felt slighted by the experience, that having a card did not even give them an advantage over non-card-holding shoppers. One first-time customer to that particular entity indicated that the experience was so unpleasant that they reverted to Foodland on one occasion and Food Fair on another, and preferred their experiences. Mrs. Anya ChowChung has proved her leadership style is steeped in humility, care, and love for people. In the case of retail, she takes the prize for dispensing the best customer experience in the COVID-19 pandemic environment. Interestingly, the financial institution that stands out similarly is none other than our own homegrown Cooperative Bank, under the leadership of a man who has always been regarded as wise beyond his years. Every reminder the bank puts out on social media, one can feel the genuine zeal of that institution to stand with its customers. People will always remember the Cooperative Bank and its able board of directors and managing director, Richard Duncan. According to Shakespeare, action is eloquence. The eyes of the ignorant are more learnt than their ears. This is not a time for us to live in hope or mere expectation while sitting with our arms folded. Both Anya ChowChung and Richard Duncan and their teams at HUGGINS and Coop Bank respectively recognize that help will only come to those who put their shoulders to the wheels of action and activity. You know, folks, Oliver Wendell Holmes advised many years ago, I find that the great thing in the world is not so much where we stand, nor in what direction we are moving. To reach the port of heaven, we must sail sometimes with the wind and sometimes against it. But we must sail and not drift nor lie at anchor. Being active is a great thing. If we do what is right in time, we will like doing it. Our actions are like the indices of books. They point out what is most notable in the books. Experience shows us that our success is due less to ability than to zeal. The most successful people are those who give themselves to their work, body and soul. All of us have good thoughts, good ideas, and good intentions, but precious few of us will ever translate any of them into action. Business is always a struggle, folks. There will always be obstacles and competition. Every great success story has always been achieved by a fight, and the winners and losers have scars. Those of us who succeed in the ventures that we attempt will be the efficient few who have the ambition and persistence to develop ourselves starting right now. Those are the ones that are innovative. Those are the ones that take chances when opportunities knock. In a speech at Harrow School, Winston Churchill said, "Never give in. Never, never, never. Never in anything, great or small, large or petty. Never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense." Let us never give in by keeping our sails filled with action. This will ensure that we do not drift through life. Remember what I said according to Shakespeare. Action is eloquence. The eyes of the ignorant are more learnt than their ears. To your unlimited possibilities.